an opportunity to enjoy yourselves and contribute to a worthy local cause. Dave, welcome back. Welcome back, mate.
Good morning, Mr. Cider.
Oh, gee whiz. I feel old enough without the Mr. Cider business.
Okay, John.
Yeah, it was bad enough when younger people used to call me that. I mean, not, I know you're younger, but I mean, even younger. Yeah, marginally. Okay, tell the folk, zip through these details because it's pretty exciting and it is unusual. It is unusual, and good on you for organising it. Go on, you give all the details, mate.
Okay. Well, this coming Sunday, July the 8th at 3 p.m. at the Hilltop Memorial Hall, we're doing a rehearsed reading of a play by Elisha, an award-winning play, Augie winner, called A Tree Falling. And it's starring Greta Scacchi, who we were hoping to talk to today, but she's actually on set as we speak. I spoke to her as I was coming in the car, and she was in hair and wardrobe, and the wind was blowing around Whale Beach, and she said, "I can't talk to you anymore." Excuse me.
Yeah. No.
And we're doing it with Greta and...
All right, that's okay.
Excuse me. I've got a frog in my throat this morning. And John Gregg, and it's about a doctor, Lenny, who is now suffering from dementia, and he meets a woman called Lola, who is a friendly visitor from the council, and he thinks she is a patient.
Because he was a doctor.
He was a doctor.
Yeah.
And so he advises her and believes she has to embark on a course of therapy. And part of the therapy is that he plays the piano for her. Mm. The thing is, he doesn't have piano. He plays his desktop. Mm. But through the play, Lola gradually begins to hear his music, and they form a terrific bond and friendship, and go on an amazing journey together. It's a beautiful play. It's incredibly funny, and finally deeply moving. And Greta is Emmy Award nominee. No, she won an Emmy Award, and an Academy Award nominee. John Gregg won a Green Room Award. So it's two people on stage, no sound, no lights. It's a reading.
A rehearsed reading, yeah.
And they're great because you use your imagination. It's like you're sitting in front of a radio play.
Yeah, that's a shot.
You know?
Yeah, that's
it's great.
To,
and tickets are selling incredibly fast.
Now, tell the organisation, and then you say the price.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm doing this to support the WADCC, which is the Windsor Caribbean Adult Daycare Centres, and they deal with ageing and dementia, which in the Highlands is actually a really big problem.
Yeah. I'm only half joking when I say and sorry, and who are you?
That's right.
Where am I?
That goldfish thing, you go around 5 seconds and you don't recognise it again. But I think I said yesterday that the figures, alarmingly, that we are experiencing for ageing and dementia in the Highlands have actually reached the 2023
you mentioned that, mate.
predictions. From the last census. So it's a big problem.
And the folk, the daycare centres give relief, of course, to it's somewhere different for the sufferers to go, but it also, the very important part is, of course, giving the carers a break.
Carers and families and friends, the extended family, it is really difficult to deal with. And what this play will do is bring everyone together like a family, and you can have a cup of tea and coffee and bickies and refreshments afterwards. It's all provided in on the day, and you can take selfies with Greta and John and sign autographs if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, that'd be, because let's face it, I mean, and John too, he's worked for ages on mainly, well, as you said, voiceover, stage. I know he's been in a couple of films, but Greta's been in a million films.
She's been in millions, not the least of which was like White Mischief, and there was a very famous scene with Harrison Ford and a desk.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Ah, you don't remember that? Well, probably she'll be pleased about that.
Oh.
It was when she was much younger. But she also sat on the jury of the Cannes Film Festival.
Ah, see, now that's... we wouldn't have known that.
Yeah. And so she's up there. She's really up there. And she's a great friend, as is John. And I just said, come and do this play, and she read it and she said yes. So she finishes this coming Saturday. She's driving to my place straight after she wraps, has a sleep, rehearses Sunday morning, and we do it Sunday afternoon, and on Monday she flies back to London because she's got to start rehearsals the next week on another play in Shaftesbury Avenue. So there you go.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
So we're lucky, Highlanders.
Oh, indeed.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. And such a worthy cause too.
A great cause. Great cause.
We hope we will never need that organisation, but still, you never know. You know, you never. But
at least they're there.
Yeah. Oh no, that's just fantastic, mate. Look, just give the. You were right yesterday. The man rang me because we had a quick talk yesterday. You might have, maybe by some fluke you were listening yesterday too. You would have heard Dave and I having a talk, and we didn't mention the 3 o'clock. Yeah, he rang me to say we didn't say the time. So just zip out all those details again quickly.
3
venue,
o'clock.
time, all of that stuff.
3 o'clock this coming Sunday, July the 8th, at the Hilltop Memorial Hall, Wilson Drive, Hilltop, keeping the hall alive. 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
Yeah, well done. I like that little catchphrase too, keeping the hall alive.
Yeah.
That's good. Good on you, mate.
Local halls are very important.
Oh, indeed.
For a village.
100%. And all the money raised goes to the Wingecarribee Adult Daycare Centres, and the money is $20 full price and $18 concession. Any other? Oh, you know what? You know what we didn't mention is that the playwright's so clever. Oh. He is, in fact. Go on, you say.
Ronnie Elisha is a doctor.
He's a doctor.
Yes, and I have now directed 7 of his plays.
Oh, get down.
Yeah, 7. And John Gregg, who you spoke to yesterday on a phone link, the last play I did with him was called Renaissance, and he played Leonardo da Vinci. And it was all about Da Vinci wanting to draw a 100-year-old man, which is a famous drawing, and that man was played by Jonathan Hardy, the late great Southern Highland resident from Hilltop, Jonathan Hardy.
Oh, he was it's amazing the people we have down there. Other areas, I'm sure, but I think we probably have dare I say, a predominance of people who are known, or not, but clever people in various
people.
Artists,
including my sister. You were talking about July the 3rd, and that's today, and it's my sister, Annie Hawkswell. It's her birthday today, and she is a world-famous crime fiction novelist.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
And she has a character called Catherine Berlin. and her
How cool is that?
book is called In Her Blood. There are 6 in the series, and British TV have just taken out an option to turn it into a TV series.
So that's something to look forward to.
Look forward to that.
What's the character's name again?
Catherine Berlin, and she just gets called Berlin.
Oh, all right.
And she's a woman. She only wears leather, black leather, and she's 55.
Yeah.
So it's a call out for mature age women.
Good.
But we're here to talk about a tree falling.
Oh yeah, a tree falling. And you know, I've noticed. Tell me if this is true, or did I just? Is it just sometimes? It's a tree, falling.
Yes. Well, we are likened to oaks.
Yeah.
From little things, big things grow.
Yeah, grow.
So Lenny is a tree falling, and there is that Japanese koan. If a tree falls in a forest and nobody hears it, does that tree really exist?
Oh, mate, that's deep. And on that deep note, just tell the people you can pick up tickets at the Welcome Centre at Mittagong.
The Welcome Centre at Mittagong, most people know it as the Tourist Information
Centre. Tourist Information Centre on the main road.
And you can buy them at the door, but if you're a Hilltopian, of which I am, you can just go and visit Sonia and the team, Sharon, Jess, the others. At the Hilltop,
there's a store, is it?
At the Hilltop General Store.
It's a general store.
And post office. And the post office is where I buy my eggs too. Not just stamps.
Oh, crikey. And dear listener, you thought I was parochial, because I talk of the Southern Highlands and, I can extend it to Australia. How about him? He's just from a village, a northern village in the Southern Highlands. Talk about parochial, which incidentally I can't actually spell. Okie doke. While we're saying our goodbyes, I'll play a song for the listener.